I Am Angus is brought to you by the Identity Profile for Angus, the industry's most comprehensive DNA profile.
I was on my way back from the National Western Stock Show, and I arrived home late that evening. It was probably about 1 o'clock in the morning. Nancy informed me that our little grandson Jacob had been diagnosed with tumors in his head and in his kidneys. And you know, that's pretty hard to take. I guess I would have rather been hit by a truck, and that's kind of what it felt like.
My world just kind of came to a stop for a little bit. It wasn't news you want to hear or you expect to hear. You know, when the doctor came in at Iowa City and had looked at the CT results, you know, she said, this is a 95% malignant tumor. And as she was telling us this, Jacob was on the chalkboard drawing like a normal 6-year-old little boy. His treatment began on January 28th of 2011. The hardest part was for us when his second round of chemo treatments that he asked us why he had to do this. And because you know, he just didn't feel good and he didn't want to do it. And at that point, as a parent, you know, you'd have to think of how to explain to them why they have to keep doing their chemo treatments. And the best explanation for us is just to be open and honest with them and tell them if he didn't take his chemo treatments like the doctors wanted to have him do, you know, there was a possibility his cancer could keep fighting against his body and he would no longer be with us.
My daughter, who travels with me a lot of times, going to sales, to work sales, I picked her up for a sale, and on the way to the sale, she informed me that she had spent the day prior with Jacob all day at the hospital, and told me that Jacob had reached a point where he didn't want to battle these treatments anymore. Naturally, that weighed pretty heavy on me, and we got to the sale facility, and it was a cloudy day, and Angie and I got to the sale site and got out of the car, and we looked across the offering and the pens, and there was a break in the clouds, and a little bit of sunshine came on these fall pears. That the more I looked at this heifer, I kind of got excited, and I said, Angie, I says, I'm just going to buy this heifer for Jacob. And I called Jacob after the sale, and I said, Jacob, I bought you a heifer calf today. This isn't going to be yours and Grandpa's or yours and Mommy and Daddy's. It's going to be your very own Angus heifer.
When we took the catalog back to show him the heifer that was bought, just the smile on his face and the sparkle in his eye, and he was asking me 20 million questions about what the heifer looked like. He
got a burst of energy, whatever you want to call it there. The doctors and nurses even said they saw a different response in Jacob almost immediately. It was probably 2-3 months after this that the doctors said the tumors are rapidly shrinking, and I would say it was probably end of May, first part of June that you know, they said the tumors are gone.
It's amazing, you know, to take from when you get the news that your child has cancer to you look to now that he can be out there like a normal child. We still have to go to the doctor every month. We go see his doctors. That'll, you know, continue for the next 5 years. And then from there, you know, he wants to work with his cattle and show his cattle. And
I can guarantee you that his future is in the cattle business. His love for being outside, rinsing calves, blowing on them, combing them. Like I said, he's the one that's pushing us, so I guess our show stock better watch out because he'll be out there and working on them full force.
This is what it's all about, these grandkids.
My grandmother instilled in us at a very early age that if you have your faith, your family, and your health, you have everything. And, and we do have that. We had a speed bump with Jacob in his battle, but we want to encourage him to work hard and do whatever it is that he wants to do. Whether it be with livestock here at the farm, you know, is one thing. We will be here to encourage him, whatever he wants to do.
you know, family is a big thing, and you just gotta wake up every day and give them hugs and kisses and never take for granted what the world has gave you.
This is my kitty named Toby. Yeah, we used to have him in our apartment. Then he pooped on the floor, then we had to kick him out. Yeah, boy?